Podcast character designs done by Demon Artie. Like fan art, redesigns, original art, then Demon Artie's the artist you're going to want to follow. Be sure to check her out over on Twitter at ArtieDemon. If you like what you see, also consider supporting Demon Artie over on Patreon. For only $3 a month, you get access to Patreon-only community, concept art, voting on new art, bonus sketches, and the all-important fan service. So definitely check her out over on Patreon, because supporting independent art and artists is important. So I was supposed to have a episode of She-Ra Season 10. That review was supposed to be up, but, NBC copyright striked me for a 5-second clip in the video. I'm fighting it. We'll see how that turns out. If not, then I can just re-edit the video. But to get something awesome out there, something definitely compared to Noel's She-Ra, we have He-Man and the Masters of the Multiverse. And I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people that I follow on Twitter who do comic book stuff kind of were trashing this. And I don't understand why. I don't know. Maybe I'm more optimistic. But this is issue 1. This is the variant cover. And just look how cool that is. Why can't She-Ra be this awesome? I mean, this is a print. I want this on my wall. Skeletor's awesome. But we're going to look through the regular version cover. And it opens up like a classic episode of He-Man. We got Skeletor. We got his laugh. I mean, you can just hear his laugh in your mind, right? It's great. And he's got them cornered in Castle Grayskull. And he's trying to, doing, He-Man-esque dialogue. But I like it. People say it's cheesy and it's silly, but it makes sense in this world. And I also like the fact that Adam still has a secret identity. I don't know what it is about secret identities and modern comics and even Marvel movies. They don't like it. I mean, everyone knows who Spider-Man is. Everyone knows who She-Ra is. I hate that. But he's gonna give up his secret identity because he has to protect everyone. So I have the power. I love that. It's so cool. He gets out there to do battle with Skeletor, and then look at this. Badam! How cool is that? We got dead Skeletor just bump the camera. But we got this really cool scene where we got Skeletor's been killed, and we got the negative He-Man or evil He-Man, anti-He-Man. And correct me if I'm wrong, he first appeared in a drama, like a radio drama, like in Germany or Europe or somewhere. And they kind of brought him out because it's kind of a cool idea that there would be an evil He-Man. So we know that this evil He-Man is going around killing people. For what reason? We don't know, but that's our setup. And look at that. He took down everyone. So he killed Prince Adam. He killed He-Man and took his sword. And does it get any more cooler than by the power of Hellskull? That's awesome. Then we get another universe, another multiverse. And it always starts out with the world known as Eternia, the heart of the universe. And that's cool. I kind of like how, even though it's a multiverse, there's constants. And this is one of the constants that's true across all the universes, that Eternia is the heart of the universe. We get young Skeletor, quote unquote, when he was Keldor, He-Man's uncle, second in line for the throne, but the whole like brother stuff and everything and how it went down. But in this version, he hasn't chosen to become Skeletor yet. He hasn't done those next steps to become truly evil. So right now, he's just kind of like the aloof prince. He has a lot of talent. He has apologize for that. He has a lot of talent. He has ability. He just doesn't ever use it. He doesn't train it. He doesn't that because he's like, who cares? My brother runs everything. Screw him. I don't like him anyways. I don't really care. I can just take time off and just goof around. They got dumb ads. Ugh, these are silly. But we kind of see, look at that. We got dark, evil Tila, and these are, because in this universe, they kind of have a treaty with all this kind of stuff going down, and they're starting to break the treaty. They're attacking, they're sneaking, they're doing operations, and the king has to realize, man, if we go to war, I don't know if we can win this war. It's better just to have the peace, but we know, of course, we have Keldor's kind of, this is where they have different views of how to run the kingdom, but his brother's king, he makes the decisions. We get a funny little piece of dialogue here, which I really, really like. She's talking to him, and she's like, I have been to the bowels of Hellskull before the Orb of Horrors. I have peered into the infinite universe contained within. In every one of those worlds, it is you who is the ultimate evil lord of destruction, Keldor. So she's seeing every version of him who becomes Skeletor, becomes this evil force. And this kind of throws him. It kind of puts a seed into like, whoa, I may or may not care about things, but I'm not the freaking lord of evil destruction. And so that's got him a little tiffed, and he's kind of wondering like, whoa, what she's saying, is it true? Then we get the first part of, this is what people were complaining about. I don't see what's the big deal. It's just super weird. I mean, oh my goodness. Isn't that awesome in a 2019 comic? So he's been thrown off by all this. And I guess they're sleeping together, I suppose. But she brings up the fact that, here's the dialogue. It's Red Beast, isn't it? I see the way he looks at you. So Beastman has a thing for him? I know he's handsome and all, but I didn't think about Beastman's sexuality. I mean, you can be gay, bi, whatever, in between, whatever you are, that's your business. I just never thought about it with that character. And it's just an odd thing just to throw out there. Like, oh, by the way, he's gay. Okay. Then we get the next piece of, it's stupid. I understand why they did it because it's a little silly, but it's a multiverse story. So every version of He-Man is going to probably represent it. And then we get this whole page. We get SD Chibi He-Man, which is like, the Easter special, like the little silly things they did. So he's on the team. They did this with, what's it, Exiles? With, in Marvel, they had like Chibi Wolverine, like baby Wolverine on the team. I don't know. I don't think it's funny, but whatever. But we do get something super crazy awesome. We get the Dolph Lundgren He-Man and Masters of the Universe movie version. Look how awesome they make him look. That is perfection. I love this. These were my hero proportions, just like this muscle. This is what He-Man's supposed to look like. But he has that tuning fork key to the universe thingy. It's cool that they worked in a plot line from a horrific movie into a comic and make it make sense. So basically, he breaks down what's going down. This evil, negative He-Man is going around and destroying and killing all the other universes. He found a way to travel between universes and is stealing their power from their Grayskulls and putting it into the Hellskull so he can have all that power for himself. So he does this enough time, he's going to be like the most unstoppable force in the universe. All the other He-Men need to band together to stop him. And in this world is the only time out of all the infinite multiverses, it's always been He-Man versus Skeletor. Ultimate battle, good versus evil. One time, Skeletor's the good guy. Keldor's the good guy, and he fights the evil He-Man. How cool is that? I like that plot device. That's a pretty cool, interesting concept because we know as a viewer everything he's done. Skeletor's done some evil stuff. He's an evil guy, but now we get to kind of root for him as the good guy. That's cool. I like that. Then, he kind of explains everything else to him. I'm not going to show the rest of it. Ruby's awful, so I'm going to turn it over. And that's a cool setup. He ends up joining the team. There's a kind of cool last splash page. You definitely need to check it out. But yeah, this is a recommend from me. If I had to give it a number, I would say 7.9 out of 10. It's not a perfect 8 or like an 8 or a 10 or anything, but it's definitely worth the read. It's a good first step. It's one of 6, so we have 5 more issues, and hopefully they end up telling a really cool story with really cool, I want to see if Keldor becomes the hero. What if he gets the sword of power and he becomes like the He-Man version of him? How cool would that be? My mind is just like going all over the place with what I want to see. But I'm definitely going to follow this series all the way through. I got it pre-ordered. Again, support your local comic shops. It's a tough business, and they need people going in on Wednesdays and picking up comics. And this is definitely a pickup. I know $3.99 for one issue. It is a little expensive, but I like to support cool things, and comic books need to exist. I don't want it to go away. I don't want comic book shops to disappear and it only be digital. Physical floppies are awesome and they're cool and they're collectible to me. I'm not one of those guys like, oh, this could be worth $1 million someday. No, it just means something to me personally. So definitely, if you're a He-Man fan, you don't have to be the most intense He-Man Masters of the Universe fan to get this, to understand what's going on. But it helps to know some of the backstory stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend. Check it out. Crimson Saint here. Thanks for watching the video. If you're enjoying the content, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss a single upload. If you have any tips or story ideas, hit us up on Twitter at C15Podcast, or better yet, join our Discord server, link in the description below.